What's up guys, welcome to a new video. I've decided today to do something a little bit different for you. There's so much great feedback from my day in the life where I left here, my home. If you haven't been here before, welcome. And Chris and I went up to Nottingham to M10 and met the team, saw what happened there on a day-to-day basis. And then I gave you a bit of an insight into kind of what happens. Today, slightly differently, I just wanted to talk to you and intersperse that with a bit of my day about my journey, because many of you are new to following me. There's quite a few of you that have been following me for a while, but don't really know a great deal about my journey, and I want you to be able to relate to me as much as possible, to just understand that I'm no different to you. I've been on the same journey. Admittedly, it's 21 years. Maybe you're new to the industry, a few years in. But I wanted to just share a little bit about my experiences, my journey, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get out, get in the car, drive down. I'm training with a good friend of mine, Nathan Williams, today, who is an incredible athlete. We're going to get some footage of his training. We're going to come back, we're going to have some food. This is a typical day for me. You know, get up, I work with my clients, I always read, and my book's on the table here, and then head off and train and come back, and I do a lot of coaching, running the businesses from home. So just an insight from me to you about how things started. Now, I'm a PT. My heart, I'm a PT. Started on the gym floor over 21 years ago, 2000 around that time. And I built my personal training business up just like you guys at LA Fitness in Newark. And then I got the opportunity a couple of years in to be a PT manager. So essentially bring more trainers on, help LA Fitness as a group make more profit from personal training and develop the team. With that, very quickly, I ended up with a regional role. And that regional role meant that I was managing about 12 gyms, and in there was about 6 or 7 trainers in each. So you can imagine, very early on into my career, I was managing trainers, helping them build their business. So I look back at my career and realized that I was actually helping trainers from a very young age. Probably 18 years ago, started mentoring trainers and teaching them how to do what I'd done in the first 2 years. So it's something I've been doing for a long, long time. And since then, from LA Fitness, I just got this bug that some of you may get, that I'd done my time there, I'd done. And I started thinking about what's next. And so that journey from being a PT, just like all of you guys, I've been there, I've done it. I did years on the gym floor in a health club, talking to people, getting rejected, trying to work out how to sell, systems and processes, working on it all the time. So a lot of the content you see from me, please understand, it's coming from a very experienced place, 21 years, but I started on the gym floor. The next step was where I moved from a health club, managing personal trainers, managing a region of PTs, and deciding to set up my own place. I'm gonna finish my coffee now. I'm gonna fill you in on that part of the journey on the way to the gym. Then we're gonna train, and then I'll fill you in on the rest of it when we get back. Okay, so heading off to the gym now to see Nathan. We've got back today. Let me carry on from where I left off when we were in the house. Being a PT, I just got to the point where I knew that there was something more. You know, when you're constantly, it's going on your mind, like what's next, what's next? That's always been something that's in me. You know, when I was a PT on the gym floor, I was always thinking, you know, what's the next stage? You know, I could charge more, I could earn more, I could get more clients, get better results. There's always this thing, it's always been in me, what's next? Within the educational courses I'd gone, and I traveled the world a lot and met a lot of different coaches. And I think what's really important here is I would ask a lot of questions of myself, and I would meet a lot of different coaches in different parts of the world, some of them opening their own facilities. When you meet a lot of different people in your industry and out of the industry, or out of any industry, you get to see different perspectives. And I think this is one of the problems that a lot of coaches don't do, that you stay pigeonholed in your day-to-day, and you don't see and listen and understand from different people, different coaches, different business people, just what they're doing. And I started to see people opening up their own facility, and online wasn't a thing, so it wasn't even crossing my mind back then. And I said, you know what, I want my own space. I wasn't very worldly at that point. I didn't really want to stretch too far from where I was. That was a bit of a limitation from me at the time. But I said, I want my own space. I want to do my own thing. I want people to inquire from me, from my own facility. So with that, I set up M10, which was a studio back then. It was called M10 Lifestyle Health and Physical Performance. And for the first year, 18 months, just under 2 years, it was just me. And then that next thing, what's next? And that came, that started flowing, and it was like, well, I'm busy, I've got loads of inquiries. A mentor of mine said, look, hire a coach, get a coach. It was actually Charles Poliquin. And over the course of the next 2 or 3 years of being in that facility, it was a small studio. I ended up investing everything that I got, earning back into courses and equipment. We've got a lorry up ahead, that's why we're waiting. Sounds like we're supposed to be driving, and then you're probably thinking, why have I just stopped? And we've got a big ass lorry that's holding us up. So you're probably going to get a little bit more of me rabbiting on. But at that point of hiring coaches, this is a really interesting point because, you know, I always talk about you can't build a dream without a team. And I wanted to help more people, and more people were coming to me. And because of my reputation and my results, that was helping me, giving me opportunity. And I always say to every coach, build your reputation off the back of your results and your knowledge with the desire of delivering 5-star service, and it gives you opportunities. I did a post recently about, you know, freedom is more about opportunities and options. And every time I kept doing more work and better work, it was throwing options at me, and I was charging more. I had 4 trainers working for me out of a small facility. And I loved every part of it. But as always happens with me, what's next? And that's when I said to myself, after a good few years of doing what I did, we're on the move. A good few years of doing what I was doing at that facility, I started to become a lot more worldly, and my confidence was growing. This is a really big point. My confidence was growing, better results, more people asking for my service. And at that point when confidence is its highest, really should always challenge yourself, is there something bigger than today? And I said, yeah, I think I need to be in a city. So I've gone from being a PT gym, membership gym, commercial gym, to my own facility, and then from my own facility to having a team. And then I'm like, nah, I'm not happy with this. By the way, check that out. London skyline. You got that, Chris?
Just about.
Oh yeah. We're at Alexander Palace, North London. And we're heading to the gym. So that's always an amazing sight to see every time. So yeah, that took me to the gym, my studio, busy. One of my mentors said to me, don't think about any other options until you're at capacity. I learned a hell of a lot about developing my team, a lot of mistakes that I actually teach within my business coaching programs now. I've had a team for 12 years, 13 years. So, you know, when people talk about team and they haven't had one for very long, you don't know what team building is until you've been doing it this long. Because I've hired, I've fired, I've had disagreements, contracts, done things right, done things wrong. We kind of are doing things pretty well right now, but still always room for improvement. But that took me up to the stage of having my studio full. What's next? Well, what's next was opening up M10 Nottingham, which was 4.5, 5 times the size. That I will share with you after we've gone and done back. You'll see his car. And he isn't here. I always do a little bit of this. About 10 minutes before I start. And you know why normally? Is because I've been doing calls, I've been doing work. I just sit here, deload my brain a little bit, watch the gym, get my head ready to go. And in this case, it's actually waiting for Nathan. So that's pre-cardio waiting. And then we'll head in and get it done.
This man needs no introduction to those of you who are into fitness and bodybuilding. As far as I'm concerned, one of the best physiques in the world. Keeps himself under wraps a little bit here, but he'll be coming back. Nathan,
what's going on? Thank you very much for the kind introduction, Mark. Seemed like you rehearsed that.
Wow. No, it's just natural stuff rolls off the tongue, Nathan.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But I never say stuff like that to me in real life.
I have, but it falls on deaf ears. I will say this though. When I moved up to North London, finding this gym and, you know, knowing of Nathan as I have, it's just amazing to have somebody, not all the time. Nathan's got a fussy workout schedule, so sometimes I fit in, sometimes I don't. Both sides. But it's just awesome to train with him, and you'll see, push each other today, and it's nothing better than having someone to train with that both of you are on the same page and push each other hard, so we look forward to it. Do a lower row, then hit the dumbbell row, the strength higher pull down, and then an upper back, 4 exercises.
Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's okay. It's okay. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. I'm a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. It's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. I ain't never really wanna flex my gifts, but I think it's my time, let me check my wrist.
Because I've been doing one body part a day now.
So you're doing more volume on those days?
I do more volume. I like training like that, man. I do enjoy training
body
like
part.
that.
You like
it, man. Because I know, like, I've recovered that, I can still do it again. I know I've got that consistency to keep doing it, but I don't know how beneficial it is, but I enjoy doing it.
No, but you know what? There's that other thing, right? If your physique starts to go south, or you feel that something's not getting anything, you'll know yourself. Like, you know me, if I don't do a touch a bit of upper body at the weekend, I know.
It starts deflating.
I noticed that. But you've noticed me deflating. What the hell? And he never tells me.
Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. It's a gamble with your life, cause you know that it's a bet. You know I ain't letting up, my foot is on your neck. Take my word for it, it's a promise and a threat. I've been feeling spectacular, flow so sick it's hazardous. Y'all still suck like Dracula. Zip this beat, let's back it up. And I don't care about critics, cause they talk too much, and I know that I gotta keep on grinding, finding myself. I ain't gonna stop until I know I had enough. Mama, I made it, I know that they see me, I'm popping these bottles just like I'm a genie. I'm glad that you made me, it's all in my DNA. I'm about my chips like I'm working for Frito-Lay, and bet it bag on myself. I don't do this for my health. Every thread is a champion, got the title, need a belt. I don't need your money, you can pay me in respect. Once I do it big, what's to follow is a check. I need 100 bags.
That's the rack rise, back done, lateral delts, and low abs. Whew. That'll be sore on the drive to Nottingham tomorrow, I can guarantee.
What he said. I'm not going to Nottingham.
So, back from training, have you finished making your shake? Yes? So back from training, I have, so post-workout, I always have some baby rice. I like it nice and easy to digest, and like a heavy meal post-workout. So now you'll think I keep pouring and pouring, but it's actually not a lot. Great session with Nathan, really good. You'll have seen that just now. And what we'll do, we'll make this, I'll just talk you through the next phase of the journey, the career. Well, we started having, we ran out of, I thought I'd run out of this. And Chris said to me, why aren't you having it warm? So today I'm actually going to give it a bit of a warm. And Chris said, oh, it doesn't mix up. Look at this. Look, Chris. Is that gloppy to you, Chris?
No, it's all right.
Not actually had it hot. I'm going to see what it's like. Hat. Session was good. Don't normally train back on a Monday, but going to Nottingham tomorrow, as I said earlier. See you later. Enjoy. Yeah, so going to Nottingham tomorrow. I would tend to do back in Nottingham. I'm not a big fan when I'm in Nottingham of doing legs because I like to prepare a lot more before legs. But it may be that I'll do legs in Nottingham tomorrow. We'll see. Might end up doing legs a little bit later on in the week. But it was good. Really enjoyed training with Nathan. And because Chris, you've just suggested, oh, so much better warmer. Thank you. So a little bit of blueberries.
Cold again now.
Well, it will be cold, but these are frozen. So that doesn't really, but it will defrost them pretty quick. Mix that up, job's a good one. So as I said on the way to the gym, the point that we got to was having the studio, getting up to just over, I think we got to 5 coaches at one point. 4 was full, 5 we'd got up to. And then I had this itch in me that there was another level, something else I could go to. And that's where M10 Nottingham, the kind of brainchild for M10 Nottingham came about. A gym 6 times bigger than I had before. I had no idea what I was doing. Honestly, you know, every time I talk to anybody in business and opening gyms, you know, the idea of building something that big and borrowing, you know, £170,000 from the bank, and still having additional investment on top of that to make it all work. We fitted out the whole thing. City centre, did a big open day. So much learned from that experience, and through the last 9 years up till now of having the facility. We've now got a team of 7. It's been an incredible journey. Don't have the small studio now. And what's been crazy about Nottingham is moving from the studio to Nottingham City kind of gave me the desire to really get more people in the country to know who we were. And I always say that, you know, if you want to make a national impact, you've got to try and work on a national reputation. And that's where I really started to push at the beginning of opening the gym, really pushed my social media a lot harder. I just had this vision of wanting everybody in the country to know who I was from my results. So that was the dedicated purpose and passion and focus, my bodybuilding, my training, and really becoming a go-to person for body transformations. That's what the gym got known for. That's what the coaches came to learn from. And this was crazy, that throughout that time, you know, so many coaches were reaching out to me and saying, how are you getting these results? How are you doing what you're doing? And that just got me thinking, should I start doing half day, full day mentoring? Because people wanted to speak to me. So not only do we have full personal training, at that time we didn't have a gym membership, but I was doing a lot of mentoring to trainers. We're coming over once or twice a month for full days. And then it just dawned on me one time when I went over to train in Florida for a month. Why don't I teach? And somebody said to me, why aren't you teaching? And it had been at the back of my mind. Teach my methods, teach my systems, very nerve-wracking. And that was really how Nottingham's reputation, the gym, the results that we were achieving, the marketing that I was doing, gave me opportunities. And this is a big, big thing. For every bit of content that I was producing, it got me in front of more people. Back in the day when Facebook was really, really, really busy in terms of getting a lot of likes and shares, a lot of people were hearing about me. And as a result of that, my reputation kept growing. And that enabled me to say, let's teach my methods. So opportunities come out of expanding your space and time horizons, working on building your reputation, being known for something rather than just everything. And that really got me to Nottingham. That really got me to start my first seminar. And the start of the seminar was the start of something way bigger. And we'll cover that in a little bit. I'm going to finish my post-workout, but I will talk to you in a second about how the education grew. And now to be mentoring coaches and teaching personal trainers all over the world, it's just incredible with the team that we've grown. That's another aspect. I'll finish this and I'll come back to you in a minute. So after training in the afternoon, this is where you'll find me, in my office. And bit of work this afternoon. Let me just tell you about how the kind of personal training, the education all kind of progressed, because one thing a lot of people kind of don't really know about me, you know, is that I spent 15 years coaching on the gym floor. And I love that. I love I'm a people person. I love working with people. But I remember a question that my mentor asked me probably last year, one of my mentors. And the question was, why do you still not PT? Why do you not PT anymore? And I thought it was a bit of a challenge. And when I answered, I said this, because I can't help as many people if I'm just doing one-to-one training. And that's what happened at the end of the thought process of pulling back my PT. I realized I could put more effort into the gym, and then I realized I could put some seminars on. And for every personal trainer that we coach, if every average personal trainer has got 25 sessions, if every online coach has got the average of 30, 40 online clients, I'm actually helping a lot of people train their clients indirectly. And that's where my absolute love for education came in. My content was reaching more people. I was coaching more people in groups, whether it was my mastermind, whether it was the mentorship. And then I just became fascinated with how many people can we help year on year on year. And the M10 education program now has personal training mentorship, which is coaching well over 250 coaches per year through our coaching program, and is scaling and growing. And the only way that we can scale and grow is by bringing more coaches on board, mentors to actually coach the people in our program. So that's an evolving program. I have a business mastermind program, which has about 25 to 30 coaches every single 6 months. And I have a team in there that help me. And then we have Coaching Concierge, which is for fitness professionals who know that they're onto something a lot bigger. They want to build their wealth. They're ready to make a bigger impact and scale their business and build their dream life. So we kind of have 3 pockets now. The only way that I'm able to do this is because of the last 21 years. It's the journey that I've been on, the knowledge that I picked up. And I keep going back and back, over this point on this video, is that, my dedication to learn and coach and practice and build my expertise and get results and network with people and travel the world has afforded me the opportunity now to coach and mentor all over the world. I have clients in Dubai, in Netherlands, Australia. As a coaching business, our personal training mentorship, we've got clients across 19 different countries now. And that makes me very, very proud. The opportunity that started off was just personal training because I felt I wanted to be in a gym and be happy in a gym, has turned into something where we're making impact with hundreds and hundreds of people all over the world. Thousands if you count my content and the book I've written. So I really wanted to just give you an idea that, I'm very proud of the fact that myself and my team, we are people that have put hours in the trenches. We're not teaching off the back of a very short career. We're teaching off the back of a long career. Coaching, results, competing in bodybuilding, writing a book, teaching thousands of trainers all over the world. Been there and done it, and I am committed to continuing to learn. You see the books everywhere. I'm on courses all the time. Online, I have mentors for myself. I'm just a lifelong learner. The whole level up phrase, as you see, it's still sitting very proudly on my desk, my book, Level Up. But Level Up for me is just about continual progress. It's about never being a finished article. And I wanted to really do this video, put this video together, show you a bit of my day. But I spend a lot of time in here committing myself to reaching more people, mentoring and supporting my team and growing, and then traveling and seeing people and taking the program forward. And I wanted you to have an insight into kind of what goes on and give you an insight into my journey so far. I hope you found it of value. If you're a coach, whatever part of your journey, I just want to leave on this note. You only end up with opportunities further down the line if you dedicate yourself to progress, learning and progress. And if you do, I didn't know where I was going to end up when I was younger, but just because I was focused on progress and moving forward, having high standards for myself and getting results, that's where if you question what's next, the opportunities do come. So I hope you've enjoyed today. As always, do me a favor, subscribe to my channel. I hope you like it. Leave me a comment, please. And I'll see you very, very soon.